Hey guys, welcome to my first vlog. You know, I don't like how that sounds. I'm just gonna run with vlog. Welcome to my first video log. My name is Stuart Miller and I'm an aspiring author. And the reason that I'm making this series of videos is to show you firsthand what it's like being an amateur with absolutely no experience, just nothing but a dream and a manuscript, trying to do the impossible, which is secure representation and ultimately a publishing deal. So, a little bit about myself. I'm 35 years old. I'm originally from Long Beach, California, and now I live a stone's throw away in Cyprus. I have been wanting to be an author my entire life. My mom was an English teacher, my sister was an English teacher. Everyone in my family is very well read, and as you can see, I have a lot of inspiration in this house. So, as an adult, unfortunately, I spent basically my entire life up to this point either working in retail, working in restaurants, just doing whatever I have to do to make money and not what makes me happy. And I was also a really terrible alcoholic for a long time. But I've been in recovery for over 4 years now, and it's taken me a while to put the pieces back together and decide what I really want to do with my life. And what I want to do with my life is write books. So through this series, I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing, what I'm up to, how it's going, hopefully give you some insight into the process, and ruthlessly promote myself and get you to buy my book when it actually comes out. Anyway, a little bit about my book itself. It's a mystery told in a really unique format. It pretty much, most of the exposition and character development happens through interviews, which is not your normal narrative. It is about a small town in California where this really crazy event happened back in 2015 where these two people just snapped and blew up 3 buildings in town, but they didn't kill anybody. And I was actually inspired to write this based on the Killdozer episode back in 2004 in Colorado. It happened in a town called Grandsby, and I named my town Grandsby as a result of that, just as a little homage. But yeah, the deal there was this guy had been in a dispute with, the city council. They had done all this rezoning, and they were just messing with him. He was just trying to operate a muffler shop, and he retrofitted a Komatsu bulldozer and leveled like half the town, but didn't kill anybody except himself. And this guy was super unbalanced. He was a religious fanatic. There were a lot of things about him that were just completely inexcusable. But the principle of it was really enticing for me to create not only one protagonist, but 2 protagonists who did something that is questionable ethically and morally, that they have a real anti-hero edge to them. And that's what I did with this book. And the way that it's told is through the eyes of an aspiring author like me, who travels to Grandsby to find out about what they did. And as he learns about it and as he finds out the motives for their actions, he gets really caught up in the story and with the people of the town, to where it's really 2 stories in one. It's the story of these 2 people who got revenge in the most crazy way, and then it's also the story of somebody chasing his dreams and trying to change his life. So I don't want to give away too much about the plot, obviously, so I'm being pretty vague about all this. I'm not even giving you character names, but I feel like I've got a really high quality novel in my hands, and I feel like it's fresh and engaging, and it's definitely a different way of telling a story. And let me just say the ending it's crazy. It's really, really, really crazy. So in my hands right here, just to give you an idea of how this process has gone, I would say that I started, raw construction on this novel maybe 5 months ago, I want to say. It's early August right now, so something like that. I started writing this in the spring, and the initial construction went really quick. It only took me about 2 months to write this thing, but I was popping off 2,000-3,000 words a night, every night during that time. So I wrote it out to about 65,000 words within, I'd say, 3 months. And then the editing started, and the revising started, and I'm very fortunate, like I said, to have, my mom was an honors English teacher for 20 years, and she's read thousands of books. So I have a really high quality editor living in the same house as me. So this was the first version that we went through. You could tell how pumped I was. I had it bound and everything. And then we went through that with some pretty hard edits. This is the second revision. So just to show you guys, if you think that you just are going to write a book and it's going to be like perfect and there's no worries, just send it into a publisher and you're golden. This is the second pass through. And I didn't go and rewrite the book. You know, I fixed the mistakes that we identified in the first revision, and I strengthened some things. Sorry, I had a Red Bull before this and a little worked up. This is still how many revisions needed to be made. So that just shows you a little bit of how much work it takes once you actually get done writing the novel itself. And this right here is the third version that has been gone through again. And this one was pretty close. This one, just some minor rewrites that needed to be looked at, and some, you know, just final, you want it to be as perfect as humanly possible, and it's difficult. You know, writing a book and reading a book and editing a book are three totally different things, and I've learned that through this process. But anyway, that's what it's taken for me to get to this point where I'm actually actively querying agents and my manuscript is finished. So through this series, I'm just going to keep you in you know, the loop with what's going on. Right now I have 4 query letters out to really big time agencies. I think I'm going to write a few more to smaller boutique agencies and just see how that works out. And I'm actually just going to shoot a video right now specifically dealing with the query process, but look for more content coming from me as this, you know, goes on and as I'm chasing my dream here. And, you know, I hope that you guys, if you're an aspiring author as well, can glean any kind of knowledge or hope from this. And, you know, I always welcome any comments, any questions, anything like that. Obviously, I'm just a normal human being, just a regular, I push carts at a wholesale company for a living. So it's not like I'm a, you know, professional yet or anything like that. But, I'm certainly trying to be, and I hope that if you are too, that you have great luck, and thanks a lot for tuning in, and look forward to more content coming out of me regularly from now on. Thanks, guys.